Hello everybody, it's Mr. Drake and I'm back once again with another ISA video. But it's a fresh one because after ISA week last week, a few people were asking me about children's ISAs, and I haven't got kids of my own, so I hadn't really considered them. But having looked into them over the weekend, I'm ready to bring you a fresh new banger. We're going to talk about what a junior ISA is, what it offers, and whether it's right for you. So stick around, have a watch. If you've got kids of your own, this might be something that could be useful for you and for their future. So let's get into it. A junior ISA allows you to put some of your money away for your children's future tax-free, and hopefully using compound interest will allow you to set them up with a great head start in life. A junior ISA, much like an adult ISA, is available in a cash account or a stocks and shares account, or you can have both. You're capped at your yearly contributions, and a child or a junior ISA can be opened and managed by the parent, but the money, when it's in the ISA, belongs exclusively to the child. If your child was born between September 2002 and the 3rd of January 2011, they would have automatically had a child trust fund open for them at birth. If those dates are correct for your child, I'll leave a link in the description down below so that you can have a look at trying to track down your child's CTF. It's possible to transfer a CTF into a junior ISA, but I only suggest doing so if you get a better rate of return on your money and as long as there's no fees and charges involved for transferring. Did you know children are taxed just like adults, and they can stand to earn £17,000 a year before they pay any tax? So do they really need a junior ISA? What is it that needs to be considered before taking out a junior ISA? Which offers a better rate of return, the junior ISA or a kid's savings account? A junior ISA is locked away until the child turns 18, which could be a blessing in disguise, because if you were to give your child control of their children's savings, at the age of 16 or under, they could be spending that money on Xbox games or trading cards or spinny tops and finger spinner things, so they're not making the most of that compound growth, and in fact, if anything, they're losing money from that balance. With a junior ISA, the parent can contribute up to the ISA allowance each year, and that's tax-free. But with a children's regular saver, if the children make over £100 interest per parent in a tax year, they will be taxed at their parents' tax rate. This is done in order to avoid parents using their children's savings allowance as an extension of their own savings allowance. Grandparents, aunties, uncles, neighbours and so on don't affect the tax, so they can contribute as much as they want either to the children's regular saver or to a junior ISA. I would love to show you the best paying junior ISA rates, but if I'm being honest, they're not much better than the adults. The best one available is 3.6%, and that's variable, which means it could change over time, and the interest is paid annually, so you can't even take advantage of compounding over time. Now, I know I've said in the past that a regular saver or a cash ISA is useful for you and I still believe that's true, because we have emergency funds, we have outcome targeted funds that we save into, and we need to make access to them nice and easy, and to get a little bit of bonus returns on those, that's just a win-win situation. But with a junior ISA, you're locked out of it for 18 years. So you might as well use those 18 years to play the stock market and make use of some of the returns available in the stock market. It's possible, it's not guaranteed, but it's possible to beat the returns on cash ISAs through the stock market. And you could even double or triple your returns. Now, of course, playing the stock market doesn't guarantee results, and past performance doesn't ensure future performance. So you need to make sure that you understand what you're getting into and understand that you can lose money through investing in the stock market. If you play a very broad range, like an index, like a S&P 500 or FTSE 100, you're relying on 100 or 500 companies all to go down. And if all 500 go down, they'll probably replace them with another 500 that are performing well. That's the nature of the indexes. They typically ride an upwards curve. They'll have their dips and they'll have their kind of hard times, but they typically ride an upwards curve. With a child's regular saver, the parent controls the funds and manages the account until they pass it over to their child. With a junior ISA, the second you put the money into the ISA, the child owns it and they get it when they're 18. Now, I know for a fact when I turned 18, I got access to £3,500 that had been saved up for me, and it lasted me no time at all because money had no value to me. Really, the onus is on the parent to educate the child about the value of money. The problem is, most adults don't understand the value of money either. I mean, I don't. If you really want to understand the value of money, you need to visit a post-war generation that grew up on food stamps and hand-me-downs. So it's very much worth considering that the money that you so diligently save and manage through the first 18 years of their life won't see it to their 20th birthday. I think in either case, it is very important to give your children a basic understanding of money management and to help them understand opportunity cost. An example of opportunity cost would be buying a £20,000 car today in cash instead of putting a £20,000 deposit down on a house tomorrow. Opportunity cost is just the opportunities you lose by the opportunities you take. The two most important resources humans have available to them are time and money, and we are terrible at spending both of them. So developing brilliant time and money management skills with your children will make them far, far more than any 18 years compounded interest ever could. But in my personal example, I think what I would do with my children is have a junior ISA open for them, which I will be contributing to, but I will also have a secondary, smaller, regular savings account for them, which when they turn 7 to 10 years old, I'll allow them to start managing it themselves and understanding with them how they can make the most from it and try and avoid them spending it all or losing it all. But if that was the case, at least they then have an understanding of the value of money, because when it's gone, it's gone. That brings today's video to a close. I really hope you found it both useful and interesting. If you've got any further questions, let me know on Instagram or down in the comments. I will get back to everybody and answer their questions. The most important thing to consider with this is to get in early. The earlier you can get in, the better. If you were to contribute £10 a month through your child's life, you've contributed over £2,100 and you'd make about £700 profit. But if you were to put in £1,600 on the day of their birth and just do nothing else, just walk away, you'd earn over £1,100 interest and you'd have just shy of the total amount that if you'd put in £10 a month over time. So the earlier you can get in and let that compound interest take effect, the more it's going to work in your favour. So, until next time, stay cash flow strong, turn your wages into wealth, and I'll see you on the next video. Look after yourselves, guys. Bye!